Many candidates already fear that there will be major changes to the IELTS exam in 2026, making it even harder. While it is true to some extent, in this video we are going to see if these changes are going to cause you to score lower or higher. Hello everybody, it's me, the Hero Teacher, and I've been teaching English and IELTS for over 11 years. And I want to help you get better at this language. As I surf on the web, I see that many teachers scream about the changes that we are going to see in the IELTS exam in this year, 2026, and their speculations on how difficult this exam is going to be. Honestly speaking, I think these teachers are just trying to intimidate you and make you believe that they are the only teacher that can help you get higher score in the IELTS exam. IELTS is a language test after all, and nothing but your language skills actually matter. Which means if you get better, become better speaker, become better writer, become better reader and listener, no matter what the change to this exam is, you're always going to score as high as you want. By the way, if you think these videos are helpful, I would really appreciate a subscribe to the channel, as it motivates me beyond measure and allows me to reach out more and more people and help them with their English studies. I thank you for your effort. Now, let's see what these changes actually are that everybody is screaming about. First of all, let's talk about one skill retake. In 2026, IELTS one skill retake is going to be available in more countries, which means candidates from many more countries will be available to retake one skill after their main exam. And as we know, one skill retake is to help you increase your score in one specific skill, such as listening, reading, writing, or speaking. Personally, I don't think this is going to change anything. It's just availability change and nothing to do with the exam itself, so we can relax here. Now, if we move on to the actual test, in the writing section, there is something that you need to consider. Examiners are instructed to penalize memorized chunks, paragraphs, even more than before, just to prevent memorization in general. Unfortunately, some candidates used to, even now they do it, used to memorize some parts of a given task 1 report or task 2 essay and use it in their actual exam. Now it's going to be even stricter. So they used to penalize it, but now they're going to do it even more strictly, which means if you have got an intention of memorizing and using that chunk in the exam, it's going to cost you more. This is primarily true for writing task 2, because some candidates find it more difficult than task 1, and they think memorizing will help them get at least band 6 or 6.5. I think this is not going to be possible in 2026, so you better start practicing writing task 2. Should you worry? I think not, because before you had to do practice, now you still have to do practice. So nothing major actually has changed. And when it comes to writing task 1, we are going to see more mixed charts. And again, for me, it's not a change, because mixed charts have been available in many IELTS Cambridge practice books, so you don't have to worry about it. There is no change to how you need to present the information. Task requirement, task response, coherence and cohesion, lexical resource, and grammatical range and accuracy still remain the same. Only the form in which the data is presented may change. It's not a change actually. It's like we are going to see more mixed charts. And if you ask me, I love mixed charts more than just pie charts or bar charts. So it's going to be something normal. If you practice more mixed charts, it's going to be fine. In terms of reading, however, we are going to see more matching sentence endings rather than matching headings. As we know, matching headings questions aim to test if the candidate is capable of understanding the gist of a given paragraph, which is all right, but IELTS test designers want to go more specific. So they want you to analyze more specific parts of the passage. That's why matching sentence endings actually is a perfect fit for such test. I can easily tell you that for the last 2 times that I took the exam myself, I didn't see any matching headings questions in the test. And I took the first of them in 2021 and the last one was in 2024. So already back then, I saw less of matching headings. And again, we don't have to worry about it. You just need to focus on more detailed parts of the passage or try to increase your skills in reading for detail rather than reading for gist. Another change about technicality of the exam, as you know, since the pandemic, we have seen more of online speaking tests that are actually conducted at the test centers with examiners from overseas. Well, in 2026, IELTS wants to apply it even more globally, making it more available. Is it something bad? I don't think so, because especially in part 2, you are going to see that topic card in front of you on the screen, which is much better than just looking at a paper. Obviously, you're going to be able to take your notes on a given paper, but in terms of seeing the points clearly and always being able to look at them while you're talking, this is a rather positive change than a negative one. And when it comes to listening, in map questions, there can be that "you are here" indication to help you more. But again, this is not something extraordinary because it used to be designated. I mean, those points used to be designated with different names. For example, entry to the hall. So every time the speaker talks about entry to the hall, you know where your direction starts from. But now in 2026, we may have that "you are here" popping out into our eyes in the exam. Again, nothing major, but it's still there and it will be helping you. However, I think even a bigger change in listening is about the recordings themselves. Now in 2026, IELTS wants to make the listening, especially the accents, more globalized than localized. We know that IELTS tends to use British, Australian, sometimes American accents in their recordings, but now they are planning to use Asian, Indian, or various accents from around the globe to make it more suitable to a real life situation. As we encounter people from different countries with different backgrounds, with different accents, IELTS wants to apply that diversity in their recordings. For some, it can be good news. For others, it can be bad news. For me, it's something totally okay. And I think it's going to make the recordings easier to understand because non-native speakers have difficulty understanding native speakers, their fast speech, connected speech, and all that stuff. But when it's a non-native speaker that you're listening to, it's always much easier to understand what point they're trying to make. And obviously, let's see how it turns out. I've got some worries that it may not turn out as good as we think it may. However, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Well, these are the major updates that we expect to see in the IELTS exam in 2026. Now, my final feedback. Is the test going to be harder? Absolutely not. Is the test going to be easier? I think yes, to some degree, especially that video call and seeing your cue card all the time in front of the screen while giving your presentation. This is something great. Coming to the accent thingy, again, global accents will be much easier than local accents because, again, native speakers talk too fast for some non-native speakers. In terms of reading and writing, again, the changes are trivial and not going to affect your score that much or even at all. Because, as I said in the beginning of this video, IELTS is a language test and you need to speak, read, write, and understand English generally better to be able to score 7 and above from this test. Don't worry about that. Things are going to be perfect. Just do what you've been doing, and I promise you'll get a score that you want. Thank you very much for watching this video and hope to see you in the next videos. Bye-bye.